Hello all, welcome to day 3 of CSS Beginners to Advanced, and today we are going to do a very nice thing, and because today we are going to start learning about Flexbox. And Flexbox is the thing because of which CSS has gained so much popularity, and because of that Bootstrap and all, we don't record Bootstrap and all because we can create magic with Flexbox. And after this Flexbox, I'm going to do Grid. Flexbox is a bit smaller in comparison to Grid, so that's why some people love it, because with Flexbox you can attend most of the things which you can achieve with Grid. Personally, I like Grid more because it has got more features, but anything is there, because in the projects when you're going to you work, you'll see that you are going to use a combination of Grid and Flexbox. So that is like that. And so let's get started. And as always, attendance will be given at the end. Let me mention that attendance form will be given at the end. Okay, so attendance form will be given at the end, and it is a must to get the participation certificate. Okay. So good evening everyone, and yeah, so let's get started with our grid. Okay, so let me share my screen. Just type a blank screen and all. So this is the thing in which I was doing. So let me create a folder here. Maybe just I'll just do some command. It is not that much. Maybe let me not do it like this, because a lot of people will get confused. Let me close this terminal and I will do a new folder, and it is Flexbox 1. Flexbox 1. Yes, code. Oh, it has opened something new. Okay, so this is there, and I will wrap this thing. Okay, so this is done. So I'll maximize it, and as always with CSS, I will have a index.html and a style.css. Okay, so let me have index.html and style.css. We'll learn mainly the theory of Flexbox, which is very important to learn. And after that, you have to create a lot of sites using front-end mentor. I will tell how to do. I have a lot of projects on my channel, so you can check those front-end mentor challenges. Okay, so this is there, and let us have this Flexbox 1, because we are going to have some more also Flexbox on one. Let me also link this also, link the style, link the CSS, link CSS. Okay, style.css, and here what we are going to have. See, I'm going to have a container which is having this classes of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like this. And Flexbox and Grid. One main thing is that it is always given on the, it is always given on the, maybe on the parent. So this is a parent of all of these things. Okay, let me save it, and let me go live. So it will by default, it will show like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll have some style, basic styling up before starting with Flexbox. So because it's a div is a block level element, they're all showing one below the another. We'll have some basic style. Okay, good evening everyone. So this is basic styling we are having, and here the box sizing is border box. Okay, and then I have a dot box, so which is a general style. So this box style I'm giving some color and font size and all those things I'm giving, and all of the boxes I'm giving different backgrounds. Okay, and I save it. So if I go back, so it will show like this. Have it this much. It will show like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. Where is the 10 one? Is the 10th is also there? Okay, they are not taken for the 10th. The box 10 was also there. Box 10 is also there. So this is done. Now we will directly start with Flexbox. As I've told, the Flexbox is always given on the parent element. So this class of content is a parent element. So I'll copy it, and then I'll go here, dot container, and display of flex, and border of 5px solid black. It's there. Save it. See if I go ahead. See what just happened. See, everything was shifted to after one another. So this is what Flexbox is. See, it changes everything from the left to right. It aligns everything in a single row. Basically, it is a div. Then also it aligned everything in a single row. So this is what Flex is all about, and we'll see how why it is so much powerful later on, because it has got some other things also. Okay, so we're going to see those things. Okay, this is what it, and the border is there till completely. Okay, so why this border is till end and it is not going here? Why it is till the end? So because there is another kind of Flexbox. Is not an inline flex, although we won't use it much. So inline flex I'll do, and 5px solid black I have done. See now what is happening. So this is like it will be, the border will be ending where the element will be ending. So this is useful in some cases. So that is there. Okay, so we'll move back to the flex, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the height as 100 vertical height. So vertical height is like VH is something which will take the complete height of the whatever the screen I'm using. So vertical height, see, it will take the complete vertical height, 100 vertical height it will take. That is there. Okay, in Flexbox and Grid, there is one thing difference is there. Flexbox is unidirection or means one direction, and Grid is bi-direction, means two direction. So Flexbox have got something known as a direction. Okay, so by default its direction is row, which means it will move from left to right. It will always move from left to right. Okay, so we can change that also. So there is another thing in Flexbox which is known as flex direction as row. If I give this, nothing will happen, because by default if you don't even give it, flex direction is row. But I can change it to column. I can change it to column, save it. See now what is happening. See, Flexbox has something known as the main axis and the cross axis. So main axis happens from if you don't give anything, so the main axis is always from left to right. So flex direction is always left to right. But if you change it to column, it will be from top to down. It will be from top to down. So it is like that. Okay, and I will give a very good thing also today at the end for you all to learn Flexbox in a very better way. So there is a very cool game in Flexbox which not a lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people know about those who learn Flexbox. Flexbox Froggy game is there. I will tell about another game at the end. So this gamification thing is there in Flexbox and Grid also to learn things, because sometimes people think okay it's a bit difficult. So those gamification things are very good and you can learn about that. Okay, so learn means I will tell about them. Where to find that game. Okay, so that is there. Flex direction column will change everything. Okay, so now what? Now this I will remove it so that it again becomes like this, and now each of the box I will choose dot box, and I choose the width as 300 px. Save it. So see 300 px what it did. So it expanded it completely. But this is not 300 pixel. Why I'm saying this? Even though I have a very big monitor, 300 pixel means 300 into 10, 3000 pixel. Most of the time if you measure this thing, this is 1280 pixel or something like that. So it is 1280 pixel. But what it did when I did this with 300 pixel, it tried to distribute whatever the space it is there. It is actually less than 300 pixel. It tried to distribute the space equally. So this is by default how Flex works. Okay, so but I don't want it. I want it to take 300 pixel only. So then what to do? So then there is a property known as flex wrap. Flex wrap is there. Flex wrap. Flex is all about properties. Flex wrap. By default, it is no wrap. But if I give it as wrap, then see what will happen. Wrap I will give. So see now what happened. It is exactly 300 pixel, 300 pixel, 300 pixel. It was not able to put that 5 here, so it removed. It had gone to the next line. So it is like this. Okay. So better way to do it means is to give it 33.333%. Let me save it, and then so it is done like this. 33.33%, it is done like this. Okay, so that is about flex and all. Means just the starting, it is not completed. Okay, so what? Yeah, so we will learn a bit about flex ordering also. Okay, flex ordering, and for that, thank you, Divyans. Okay, so we will learn about flex ordering. So the flex ordering, how we are going to learn means this is the individual flex property. Again, one more thing is there. Okay, so I will come back here. So there is a, although I'm telling it very well, very good, and you should learn from here, Flexbox. But there is a very useful resource. I'm going to give some very useful resources. Okay, so the useful resources. So when people use Flex, they want to see visually means what is there. So this is like a cheat sheet or a shortcut. You go here in Google and you search CSS Flexbox, and generally it is the second article. A CSS trick article will be there. So maybe if you want, I can give the link also. CSS trick article is there. I will click, I will save it. See what is there. Everything which I'm telling means it is there in this shortcut format, and we are soon going to see that it is required. And I'm going to teach order also. So these all things are there. So Flexbox is actually very small. They have a good article on Grid also. Grid is very big. So Flexbox are two kind of properties. One is the container property. One is the item property. Item properties are less, but let us see the one of the container item property means which is the order. So we can change the order also in Flexbox. So how to do that? So for that, let us again what I'm going to do here, maybe I will remove all of this. Okay, and box, I will have a flex of 1. I'm going to tell more about the flex of 1 later on. So right now what you will see, if I do the flex of 1, everything will be taken the complete space. Okay, it will be distributed equally. But the main thing what I want to tell is the order. We can change the individual order by giving it to the individual items. Okay, so maybe I'll select this box 3. Box 3 order is 1. Order is 1, and what box 5 order is 2. Save it. Now you can go. See this box 3 order is 1, and box 5 order is 2. So by default everything is order 0. So all of them have come here, and then after that 3 and 5 are done. So this is how powerful it is. So you can change the orders also like this. Okay, so this is how powerful Flex is. So this is done. Now we are going to learn a different thing. So what I'm going to do, because I'm going to give all of this code again in a zip file, I'm going to actually do one thing. I'm going to make a zip of this thing. Same thing I will do. I think I have or maybe I will create all this Flexbox in a different zip, and maybe put it in a GitHub and give the zip only. Okay, because people understand like that. So I will create a different file. Why I will create a different file? Because I want to keep a lot of all these things. So this let's create a different file. Let me name it a different folder, not file, and it is Flexbox 2, like this. Yeah. Okay. Index.html style.css. Someone is asking something. Which one called as container and items? Okay, I will tell. Let me do it here. Actually, it will also be same. So why not copy from there? Flexbox 2. At least the styles will be like this. We'll close it. Okay, so someone was asking what is the container, what is the items. So see this, it is not container and item, it is like parent and children. So this container is the parent and all of them are children. So they are also known as flex items also. Flex items also they are known as, and this is the parent. So main parent. Always we give the flexbox on a parent, and always in the future also when you're going to learn something, you have to see it like this. Okay, so this is the parent and these are the children. So flexbox is given on the parent and it applies on the children. Okay, it is given always on the parent. So container I have given the name, you can take anything. It is not like that. Container you have to take. So now we are going to learn alignment in flexbox. Okay, that is a very important topic in flexbox. And again, this CSS strict article is a very good reference. See, all of these things are here, which I was telling. All of these things are here, and this alignment, it is a very big shortcut. So you can come here and see this shortcut always. So that and anyways, I was telling flexbox is small. Okay, so this will come here, and I'll do go live. And flexbox 2, and everything is one by one. So that is there. So now come back here. Dot container is display is flex. The moment I do display flex, everything will be like this. Let us have border also so that we can understand everything better. Border 5px solid black. Save it. And this solid black border has been done. Then okay, so then we are first going to learn about justify content. So justify content is something, let us learn about it. Okay, so justify content, we're going to learn what is justify content. So this is the alignment on the main axis. So main axis keeps on changing in this flexbox. So main axis by default, what I was telling, that flex direction is row, so the main axis will be left to right, and justify content will just do that according to that alignment, according to that. And this justify content, align item, these are the things which makes flexbox so much powerful, and with this only we can use. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so let us do that. And here first thing which we are going to do is justify content is flex start. Justify content is flex start. Okay, flex start I'm doing. So if I do flex start, see, nothing will happen, everything is at the start only, because by default it was like this. But the magic happen if I do the flex, and see, everything will move to the end. Flex and everything is moving to the end. Similar to that, I have justify content center. Everything will move to the center, and this is really powerful stuff. Everything is moved to the center. Then I have space between. The space between is like everything will have some space between. And see, so much things we can do with flexbox. So space between I have done. So it is like this, space between, and in a space between we have two more variants. One is space evenly. Evenly will have some spaces around here, and the space will be evenly. And similar to that, we have space round is there. Save it. Space around is also there. Okay, so that is there. Now the main thing is that if you change the direction of flexbox, this justify content will change according to that. So for the direction to do, let it move to again flex, and yeah, I will reduce this font size a bit because I want to show something. 30 px I will do, and then okay, justify content flex and is there, border all is there, and flex direction is column, and height is 100 vh. save it. See, now see, all of these things have moved to the end. So now the moment I do this flex direction, it will start moving from top to down, because now the flex direction is from top to down. It start moving from top to down. Flex end will move to the end. Flex start will move to the start. Center will move to the center. So this is like the center will move to the center, and then all those things we have again, all those nice things, space between, space evenly, and space around is there. Okay, so all these things we have. So we're done with justify content. So the next thing which we are going to learn is the align items. So let us go to the align items here also. So align items, it is saying align items is the opposite of, actually it is the opposite of justify content. It does on the cross axis. So there is a main axis. So if the main axis is left to right, the cross axis is always top to down. It will always the opposite of it. So that is known as the cross axis. So that is there. And for this, what we are going to do, I'm going to pack this to 100, a bit big now. And container is display flex is okay, and border is okay, height is okay. So it will look like this. Okay, so now we look into align items. Align items is, by default it is stretch. So stretch, everything is stretch, so it will not show anything different. But then if I make it flex start and save it, see, it will go to the start. It is moving from top to down. Then flex and will again move to down and center. But here we don't have that space between and all those things. We don't have space between and all those things. We don't have. Even if you go here, it will say that space between and all those things are not there. But we have something known as baseline. So what is this baseline? So let us learn about this baseline. So this is the thing which it have. So we'll understand about this baseline. So to understand about this baseline, we have to actually make the sizes a bit different for all the boxes. So we are going to do that, and let me do this baseline, but we'll not understand if I do it like this. We have to make it all different sizes. Okay, so for all of this I will choose, and then we'll have a font size. It's not red, I'm going to change it. Font size I have changed, and here first one will be, no, this is a problem. The first one will be 30 pixel. Next one will be 60 pixel. $90 pixel. $120 pixel. $160 pixel. $180 pixel. And then it will again be 160 pixel, 120 pixel, 90 pixel, and 60 pixel. Save it. See, now baseline is what? The text will be on the same line. See, the text is actually on the same line. If you don't give baseline, this will not happen. Although all of them are different size, but the text is on the same line. So this baseline is, that's why, very important. So this is known as baseline. So we are done here with the alignment. Okay, so now what we are going to start, we are going to look into, there is one more align property known as a align content, and we are going to look into that align content property. Okay, and again I will create a new, okay, so that you all can have a lot of files. So I'll create a new one. And here, where is it? I think I closed it. Flexbox 3. Here again I am going to have a index.html and style.css. This index.html, I'll again have this thing, let it be Flexbox 3, and then let us have something. Let's have some different colors right now. Okay, so I'm having some different colors here. So only that color thing is different. So then go live again. Okay, so this is there, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 9 10, the colors are different. Okay, so now we'll start doing what is known as aligned content. So what is aligned content? So we'll come here. See, this aligned content is there. We are going to learn about this. So aligned content is flex content lines where there is extra space in the cross axis, then it will align, and it's better to learn it through through this. Okay, align content, and Flexbox have 3 things, but Grid have actually 4 things. Just like align content is there, there is one thing less here. Okay, and in Grid one thing more is there. Okay, so the this thing we are going to learn is the align content. So let us do that, and again we have to do dot container as display is flex, and border is 10px solid black, and height is 100 vertical height. Okay, so this is there, and see, it will all do like this. Okay, and because we have seen this earlier also. So I've done what I'm going to do now. I'm going to do the box as width of 33.33%. Save it, and it will show like this. Okay, so then let us have a flex wrap of wrap. Save it. So it will be done like this, which you have already seen. So now we are going to learn the align content. So align content is flex start. Save it. So see, everything will move to the start in the flex start. It is different than align content. Okay, align items. Okay, align items, it is always there when there is some extra spaces. So it is moving all of these things. So align content is there, and then flex end is there. And see, once you are going to use all these things, means in a project, it will be much more easier. And for that also I will give the link at the end, because Flexbox is then you can start playing and creating some nice thing. Okay, so flex end I have given, and then it is center save it, so it will move to the center. And we have all those things also here, space between, space even, e, and whatever the other thing was. Okay, so that is there. Then we're done with this align content. So now we are going to do the individual items thing. Okay, so we are done with this side. So this row gap, we can give some gap and all those things. But we now come to this side, which is the flex item, means how to do the individual item. We have already seen one thing known as order, but the next thing, which is very powerful in flex, we are going to see okay, even before that, we are going to see there is an individual property known as align self in Flexbox. So we can use that individual property. So we are going to see that individual property of align self. Okay, so let us do that, and maybe I will show it in here only, because it's better to show it here only. So 10 px and align content, align flex wrap I will remove. Anyways, you all can go through this again, align items, and it is flex start there, and box is 33.33% is there. But I will, if I do this thing, if I come back here, it will show like this. Okay, why it is showing means okay, display flex align items is flex start. Okay, I have given the width. Width is okay. Okay, I'll do one thing. Okay, I'll create a new file itself. It's always get better to have a new file. I'll keep whatever was there earlier. Okay. This works for index.html. Okay, I'll share the attendance sheet. Someone was asking something, I didn't gone to it. What is the difference between justify content and align items? So justify content is for the main axis, whatever it is. So main axis is generally left to right, and align items is from the cross axis is from top to down by default. Yeah, we can use Flexbox for everything. Means vertically also we can align. Okay. Flexbox is very powerful. We can use it for almost everything. Again, you mark your attendance here. I will pin this message so that everyone can see it. So please mark your attendance there. Okay. So what we are going to do now? Okay. So this thing we were doing. So let me do that, and Flexbox 4 and link css style.css and have a container, save it, and style.css, and here okay we'll have some style. Okay, so all these things again, save it, go live, and it will show like this, Flexbox 4. So now what we are going to do, we are going to learn about a single item, which is the align self. We are going to learn about align self, how to do that. And for that, this container, I will go container display of flex and border of 10 px solid black, height of 100 vertical height. It is going. Then align items, flex, start, I'll do. So it will all move here, but I wanted to occupy the complete thing. So for that I will do dot box and width of 33.333%. Save it, and it will go. Okay, 33.33%. Okay, it is okay. So 33.33% is there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add to it. So box 2, I'll add some different sizes to the different boxes. Okay, box 2 is padding bottom. I'll give you a padding bottom of 200 px to box 2. Box 6 20 px, and box 9 300 px. Save it. See now what will happen. So all of these three will have a different sizes. So now we are going to move this individual item. So how to move that individual item? So we can move the individual item with something known as align self, and the align self is been done in the item, not on the container, or not on the parent. So it is always done on the individual item. So here I will come here, and there is only align self, nothing else is there. So there is not justify self and all those things are not there. So align self is flex and align self is flex start and align self is center. Save it. So see, all of them are moving. So this is flex start, so it is not moving. This is flex and it is moving, flex and it is moving. So we can move individual item. Although this align item, the rest of the item are here, but I can move the individual items also. Okay, so now what we are going to see, we are going to see this thing. This thing is very important thing in Flexbox, which is the flex grow property or the individual flex property. This is very important. This where it is, yeah, this flex property, actually it's a combination of all of these things. Flex property we have seen earlier, it divides everything in the same way. So that will do. And again, actually we are going to do it in a different thing. You all will get a lot of these things today. And one sec. Okay. Flexbox 5. Every website uses Flexbox only. I will tell where to means do the practice, but it is not like it Flexbox and all. So all on the site will be using Flexbox or Grade or something. Okay, so that will be there always. Go to Amazon site or anything, you can open it anything, and it will be using Flexbox. Maybe we can see also as let's go to apple.com. So if you're asking this thing, let's go to apple.com and see that if they are using it or not. Inspect. See absolute they're using a lot. So you can see see everything of the site means they're using absolute and all this thing here. I'm not going to waste my time here. So you can see a lot, everybody uses Flexbox, but everybody uses a combination of Flexbox or Grid, and you can see the sites and all. Okay, so I will tell how to practice. Okay, at the end I will tell how to practice. So that is the thing which I'm going to tell. There's a very cool game which I'm going to tell, and other thing. So this is done. I will close this because I'm going to take it from someone else. Index.html and style.css. Index.html again like this. Is this number? It is Flexbox 5 link CSS. So we'll have a different containers with some emojis now. Okay, so some emojis are there. Then now if I go live, it will show like this. By default, it will show like this. Everything is there. Let's make it Flexbox dot container. Display is flex, and it will all be moving one beside the other. So now we will look into the flex1 property. So what is the flex1 property? As it's an individual property, so I will add it in the box, which is a common class in all the children's. So I will add it in the box of flex1. Box of flex1 is there. Save it. So what does it does? See, everything is now occupying the whole thing. So what it just did, it actually flex of one means it will equally distribute the free space among all of the things are there, all of the different items are there. It will equally distribute it, or whatever it is going, because I'm giving it on the box. So all of the items it will equally distribute. So I'm giving flex on means it will equally distribute whatever the free space is there. Flex of one means that. So similar to this, we have like we can give flex of 2 also. Suppose all the boxes have flex of 1, but the box 2 have flex of 2. Box 2 have flex of 2. Save it. So what does just happen? See, box 2 is taking twice the space as the rest of the box. So what happened that now if when the free space has been divided, so it is always out of free space. When the free space has been divided, the box 2 will get twice the space than the rest of the boxes, twice the space than the rest of the boxes. So this is known as, this is how the individual flex property work. So this is how individual flex property work, and we are going to look into this flex property. Okay, this flex property is there. It actually is a short form of 3 property known as flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis. It is a short form of all those things. So we can use them individually also, and we're going to learn about how to use them individually. And to learn them to use individually, actually we have to comment out rest of them. We'll only work on 2 of them. Okay, so that is there. So now 2 of them will be there. Let this be box 1. It's like flex, and box 2 is like this. So it will again be means if it is 2, so it will take twice the time. So let me make it 1 only. Let me make it 1. So it will again take equal. So now it is actually a combination of what? It is actually a combination of flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis as it is written. Okay, so instead of giving it 1, I can give it 1 1 0 also, box 2, and it will exactly do the same thing, 1 1 0. As I've told, it is a combination of three things: flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basics. So now we are going to look into them. So what is this flex basis? Basis. What is it? Basis? Yeah, basis. I am spelling it right. What is this flex basis? So flex basic is the default size of the element before the remaining spaces distributed. It is a default size, and if you give it alone, it will only take the pixel. So see, in normal cases we give it as 0. This is the last property. But if we give it like this, flex basis, we give it 0 for a reason, because the reason is like 400 pixel is there, and basic is 300 pixel. Save it. So it is like, it is taking the width actually. So see, a lot of space is still there. It is similar to width. That's the reason we give it as 0, because we can take width also instead of this. So flex basic is the thing which is before the free space is distributed, it is the thing. So most of the time we take it as 0 for that reason only. And most of the time you'll see that we'll use a long form only in the real life scenarios, just flex 1, flex 2, all those things. Okay, so flex basic of 300 pixels. So let me make it equal flex basics of both of them 300 pixel or whatever is there. And then I will have a flex grow. Actually, this flex grow is the main property. Flex grow is 2 and flex grow is 1. Flex grow is 2 and flex grow is 1. Flex grow means how to distribute the free space between the items. Okay, so it will take twice the free space and it will take 1 the free space. It is like flex 2 and flex 1. Okay, save it. Now see, it is taking twice the free space. It is taking only one part of the free space, whatever it was remaining. And now the last thing is the flex shrink. Flex shrink of 5 times and flex shrink of 1 5 and 1. Save it. So it will not affect anything in here. It comes into play when the space is less or in the mobile view. So if I do see in this view, 1 is bigger and 2 is smaller. See this closely. In this view, 1 is now smaller, 2 is bigger. Why? Because 1 will shrink 5 times when space is less, and 2 will shrink 1 time when space is less. So it is shrinking 5 times. So that's why it becomes small, it becomes big. And in this, it is bigger and this is small, because we have taken the opposite here. So this is how this works. This is how actually we completed all of Flexbox. But as I told you, I will tell you the next step. Because see, as I've told that sometime what happens, people do learn only Flexbox and they do all those modern layouts. So how to do those modern layouts? Okay, so there are 2 ways to practice all of the things which I have just told. Okay, the first way actually, and I'm coming you to Faisal. So the first way is to, there is a very good site known as frontendmentor.io. Very good site, frontendmentor.io. So let me also ping it so that you can get it. Frontendmentor.io, and one sec. Frontendmentor.io is there. So go to this site. So what is this site all about? So this site is actually, go to this challenges. It is actually how the real world works. See, real world, the designers are totally different than the developers. So designers are artist kind of a people. So they go to art school, they don't go to some engineering college or something. And they create these magical layouts, which are most of the time they are static images. In earlier days, it used to be completely static images. That's why designers don't need to learn HTML, CSS. But nowadays, they know a bit of HTML, CSS also, because there are tools like Figma which the designers use. They gives us CSS also. So this is a very good site, and here you can go and then you can filter by newbie, and it will give newbie and maybe free, and it will give you all the easy things. You go through you create this card and you use a brain how to do it, and all those things. You do this thing, do this thing, use a brain how to do it. Okay, but how to use that cited. So they will actually give you some zip file is there. The zip file is very good way. It has got a lot of things, means images and all those things are there, because in real life scenario also the images, the font, even the font the designer is going to give you. The font the designer is going to give you. See that you have to use this font and this font, this font. Okay, that's good. Always you're a designer, that's why you're learning HTML. That's good. We have a designer designer between us. We have artist in between us. So that is good. And designer, you are learning HTML, that is good. So this is what the designer will give you. Okay, so then how to think like that? If a designer gives me this and I have to create a skeleton out of it. See, creating even the HTML is not that much easy. The skeleton, HTML gives us the skeleton, how to create that skeleton, that thing, and that you have to practice. Just like learning this theory is not enough, you have to practice. And the thing is that how to even do that. So again, for that I am there in my YouTube. I have a lot of front-end mentor challenges. Okay, I have a lot of front-end mentor challenges, and your channel, I'll go. And this front-end, where is this? If you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. I'm doing so much for the community. Please do subscribe if you're not yet done. And this is my dream, to make everyone a highly paid web app developer. Because after this HTML, CSS week, after the CSS week, there is JavaScript week, and after that, React.js week, which makes you a highly paid web developer. And if you want to know more, you can also ping me and all. So maybe you're from my WhatsApp group. So there is where is this? Okay, so wait, let me. Okay, I am not having this here. So there is a front-end mentor challenges list is there. Okay, let me paste it. So the front-end mentor challenges list will go, you go, and I have solved a lot of these things. Okay, so get the idea, but don't always completely remain on that. So that front-end mentor challenges you have to do, and you have to understand the way a developer thinks, like I think, how I think. Okay, so you have to understand that way, and then you can do it. So these front-end mentor challenges are there, which I'm giving. So just go to this playlist and learn, do some of them from there. Start it in one side and do it, and then on your own start doing this challenge. So one thing is guaranteed: if you do all these challenges, if you do, you will be a pro in HTML and CSS. Nobody can stop you. You'll pro all this very good designers. So designers have created all these things. This is a top site. Okay, and it gives you all the resources. Okay, so that is there. And okay, so that is there. And this is one way. Okay, this is one way to do. And the other way to do is, someone is asking which is better, Grid or Flex. Grid is better than Flex. I like Grid more. But the thing is that Flexbox is also so powerful that you can make all of this with Flexbox also, because I know people who create all of these things with Flexbox. I know people. So that is there. And there is another thing, as I told, there will be a surprise. So a lot of you know about the Flexbox Froggy game or something like that. So I don't even like that game. There's a better game actually that is known as Flexbox Zombies. And in my paid class, students have to complete this game. So I'm giving you all the secrets. Okay, so it's not like I'm holding out anything. Although in this YouTube class, you have to do a lot on your own. And in my paid class, okay, there is a lot of hand holding, there are a lot of mentorship, and they get access to me 24/7. So this game is there. The Flexbox Zombies game is there. Where was I? So I will give this game also. So play this game. So this is a very awesome way to learn Flexbox. This Flexbox Zombie game is a very awesome way to learn Flexbox. So I have also not completed it because I didn't got time. So it is very nice animation and all. If I go here, see, you will see this thing like this opening like this, and it is taking time. So it has got a very nice story and all, also story, volume, and all these things are there. And let me show how it is start, because it takes a lot of time to start, because the story and all I cannot read. Okay. So it is like a person with a crossbow, and you have to kill the zombies. So this is known as Flexbox Zombie. So see what happens here. You have to they give some hint also. So, and it has got some music also. You might be hearing this music. And here I'm going to do like this. See, display flex. I'll do, and see, I cross this. I go to the next level. And this is a very big game. And this is a very okay. So display flex, and I can do. See, I can learn. Okay, flex direct row reverse. So this is another thing, row reverse. It is like that. So like this I can do. and this all these things. Okay, so flex direction column. So what is column? Column is coming from the top. So actually this is very top game. It is an award winning game which a lot of people don't know about it. Okay, so do both of them, front end mentor challenges and this game also completed. You will be master in Flexbox. If you complete this game, you will be master in Flexbox. If you complete this game, Flexbox Zombies. Okay, so it has got all those things. I'm not going to play more. So, and it's all of these things it have. So even in later on the zombies comes and you have to do those align item center, align item, those things that will kill the zombies. It will fire the arrow also. So those things are also there. This is very good game. So all of all of the things which I tell in my paid class also I'm telling you. All these things means only the thing is that my students are more accountable. So I'm giving you all the things for free, but it's up to you to become a developer and make me proud. And tell me when you become a developer, you get your first developer job. Okay, all those things are there, and maybe I will come out with something else also. The people who are serious, who do a lot of my certificates, I will definitely come with something for them. At least you do 3 certificates, I'll definitely do something for you. Okay, so that is there. Yeah, code with fun. This Flexbox zombie game is awesome. Code with fun. Yeah, this is very good. Okay, so hope you like today's class and do this Flexbox zombie game. Create some projects with front-end mentor. Check my playlist. Do some projects from there, and you'll learn how to think like a developer and all. Okay. And with this means today we are done. Hope everybody has filled that attendance sheet, and we are going to meet tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to start with Grid, which you're all asking. So Grid is actually more powerful than Flexbox. It is 10 times more powerful than Flexbox, and sometimes I find it much more easier because the problem of flex direction is not there, because it is sort of unidirectional. It is bi-directional. Means something is for column, something is for row. Flexbox is unidirectional. Only one direction is there. Then you have to change the column and row and all those things, direction and all. This I will end today's lesson. Please do subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing, and please do tell your friend. Someone was telling on the chat that they have told their friend. I'm really thankful to them that you are recommending this to your friends so that all of you can become a web app developer. And with this, I will end today's session. Thank you all.